Okay, this is the end of the video. You're seeing it first. I'm in Houston, and this is the most I'm gonna like curse ever on the channel. These two words, actual words, but so it's not officially cursing, but there's the Seinfeld where the guys from the Houston Astros go to the Yankees. They're in New York, Costanza's taking them out drinking. They call everyone either a bastard or a son of a bitch. And that's like one of the themes of that episode, that's how everybody in Houston talks. So my dad loves that episode. This is the first time I've ever been in Houston. I'm gonna call him. Basically been waiting about 25 years to be in Houston and make this phone call. Need to call my mom first because my dad doesn't use his phone. So I have to call my mom, ask her to put my dad on, and then I could do it. Hey, is dad there? Yeah, I just have to tell him something quick. Hey, guess where I'm calling from, you bastard? No, but you know where I am? That's right, you son of a bitch. All right, out here, still in Arlington, headed to Houston. Didn't work out playing. I woke up, there was one game with a short list all morning. I don't know how long it would take to get that second game going. I don't know how many hours I would get in. Didn't seem worth it. Plan on hitting Texas on, I guess, the way back to Vegas in spring next year, winter, spring next year. But thought I would stop. It's not a lot of hours to get to Houston from here. Thought I would stop fairly frequently and say, I really did want to play like one day in Texas, why I have no interest in playing for like several weeks or months at a time in Texas. I'm gonna get on the road. Guess I'll stop in like 45 minutes or an hour at a gas station and keep talking. All right, I don't know where I am. Somewhere, I'm in Texas, somewhere between Dallas and Houston. Got gas at this Love's gas station. Anyway, first reason I really have no interest in playing long-term in Texas. Physical security, I'm sure there are hundreds of people who have played hundreds of times in these rooms and had no problem. I know two people who went to Texas for poker and got shot at. Not that shootings in casinos are unheard of, but they're just, they're very seldom. I know of one in one place. I'm sure there were more than that, but casinos are pretty safe places. Also, don't love the fact that it's just poker. Another reason, besides just the fact that casinos are safe, a reason I never feel unsafe in a casino. If there are people trying to commit robberies or like stalking people until they get out of the casino and they'll like stalk them on their drive home, it is like the dumbest thing to do to find someone in the poker room. There's like not that much money in the poker room when you could walk by table games. I'm thinking mostly in Vegas, but when you could walk by table games and find people with like plenty of $1,000 chips, $500 chips, sometimes 25K chips. Walked by a table at Bellagio once and saw a guy color up to like a handful of 25K chips. To like go find someone in the poker room to stalk and try to rob makes no sense. But when it's just a poker room, that's all there is. So you're right there, and I don't love it, but for one day, for a weekend, yeah, it would be real cool to play there. It's unfortunate it didn't work out this time, but absolutely no interest in playing in Texas for like several weeks or several months at a time, unless it gets to a point where eventually they get casinos. That would be different. But when I stop in like an hour, slightly closer to Houston, I will tell you another reason besides physical security, hint in there, why I wouldn't love playing here like every day for months, for years on end, something like that. All right, halfway between Dallas and Houston, about. Don't know what city I'm in, but who cares? All right. Texas 7 is intersecting I-45. You must know where that is. All right. Second thing about not loving playing in like a card room, I'd actually prefer underground games. I said physical security. Like the security of playing where the people in charge are governed by a gaming board. Like I would much prefer to play in a casino because they need to answer to the Gaming Commission. In Texas, there isn't one. I heard places in Houston are taking a rake, which isn't legal. So I don't know what's gonna happen. They're just gonna get raided again. They have before, or shut down. I heard places in Austin are also about to start taking a rake, which, I mean, the way they did it with the membership, some people call it like semi-legal or a gray area. To me, it's just legal. If you can't take a rake and you're taking a membership fee instead, that's just legal. But once you get to the point where you are taking a rake, it's not anymore. So another reason I wouldn't love to play there for like many weeks or months. Also, link at the top to a ruling in Aria back, that was like 2015 or 16. I showed my cards in a hand, my opponent folded, and my opponent got the pot. 2 floor said that's the way it worked, and my opponent got the pot. That's the cliff notes of it. I didn't know at the time, but someone told me later, like, if you could sense this controversy is about to happen, you should be ready for the worst case scenario. And I should have filmed on my phone what I could have, and then I could go to the gaming board, the Nevada gaming board, and say what happened. Sometimes those guys don't understand poker all that well, but there's the possibility that I would get my money back. So you have recourse when there's a gaming board. Like, I don't know what your recourse is if there's just a terrible ruling and $1,000 pot of yours goes to someone else. What do you do? And one more stop, I'll tell you why I'm going to Houston. I haven't said why. I said I'm going there, but I haven't said why. So one more stop, and that's it for this video, for now, kind of. All right, last stop before I get to Houston. I am somewhere, I don't know, past the turnoff to Sam Houston State not that long ago. You know who went there? Former Tampa Bay Bucks great, Josh McCown. Don't know anyone else in the NFL who went there. Oh, last thing. So, okay, the membership and how wild I hear the games are. So, the game probably makes up for it, but for someone who wins a large number of small pots, Rake is best. Between Rake, time, and membership, Rake is best. So, this isn't Rake, but the games are probably so good from what I hear that it makes up for that. That's not a big deal. But I just know how I play. I'm not looking for a 10 out of 10 action. Probably like, yeah, medium high. If you're thinking about like a stove, medium high is probably the type of game where that syncs best with what I do. So I'm not looking for 10s out of 10. And from everything I hear, that's what every game in San Antonio, Austin, El Paso, Houston, and Dallas is like. Dallas metro area. I was going to go to the place in Irving, but yeah, so I think I covered everything about the Texas card rooms. Try to time it a little better on my next trip out west, which will probably be in like 6 months or so. And yeah, that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the homage to Seinfeld, and that's it. Oh, by the way, the point of Houston isn't to play. I have a friend in Houston, haven't seen him in a very long time. That was the whole point of coming down like this way with this timing. He's free this weekend. I was in Council Bluffs, so I actually extended my Council Bluffs time a little bit, then made the stop in Norman. Then Herbs and Rye was in the Dallas area, so that was Friday, and important that I'm in Houston for this weekend. It's Saturday afternoon now, he's available, so we're gonna hang out, and then I will let you know on Monday when I head out. Actually, it could be Sunday night. Planning something interesting. I don't know if the timing will work out, but leaving very late Sunday or early Monday to my next spot. And yeah, I'll see everyone then. And remember, rice is a spoon food.